Hello, everybody. This is Sterling. Sorry I look like crap. I haven't shaved in a few days. To be honest with everybody, I've kind of been in a depressed mood because of a lot of things. One of the things has been that there have been many people that have questioned whether my Christian beliefs because of what our interests are. There have been many people who then have tried to force their beliefs on us in many ways. And I know I'm not exactly very eloquent in this video. I don't much care. I'm depressed and upset and angry. So I wanted to give a brief overview in this video because I don't feel like typing it all out about what my beliefs are about polygamy and how I see it through a biblical perspective. First of all, let me give you my story a little bit. When I first started investigating the Bible and first started deciding to do all this, I really came at it from a perspective of disproof. I was comfortable in monogamy. It was all I had ever known. It was all my parents, my father, who was a pastor, taught me. But my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, Sharon, really was interested in polygamy and polyamory and all of that. So I went at it looking at the Bible in a way to disprove polygamy. But I wasn't going to do it in a way where I only read the Bible on the surface, where I didn't do further research, where I didn't discount every possible argument she could give me if she studied the same verses I studied, if she did her own research to a deeper level that I did. I wasn't going to happen. Excuse my French. Yes, I'm a Christian and I swear. On that topic, I believe words are just words. Humans give them meaning. To me, swearing is no worse than, for instance, that saying half-ass. It's no different than if I had said, I'm going to half butt it. Words are words. We give them meaning. Beyond that, though, back to the original topic of this video, one of the first verses, and I have to look up the exact reference, and that's why you hear typing in the background. Because I am very good at knowing what the Bible says, but not having the exact verse reference. I'm not good with numbers. I never have been. Well, I haven't been since the situation in foster care. One of the main verses people have thrown at me since we started this comes from 1 Timothy 3. Now, I want to read the entire passage in context, and then I'll point out the specific verse. This saying is it's 1 Timothy 3. The saying is trustworthy. If anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach. Not a drunkard, not violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become puffed up with conceit and fall into the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must be well thought of by outsiders, so that he may not fall into disgrace, into the snare of the devil. Deacons, likewise, must be dignified, not double-tongued, not addicted to much wine, not greedy for dishonest gain. They must hold the mystery of the faith with a clear conscience, and let them also be tested first. Then let them serve as deacons if they prove themselves blameless. Their wives, likewise, must be dignified, not slanderers, but sober-minded, faithful in all things. Let deacons each be the husband of one wife, managing their children and their households well. For those who serve well as deacons gain a good standing for themselves and also great confidence in the faith that is in Jesus Christ. And then it moves into Paul talking specifically to Timothy. The two verses that everybody have pointed out to me have been 1 Timothy 3:2 and 1 Timothy 3:11. Or no, 12. I was right the first time. And that is, therefore, an overseer, which in this term, a lot of people use pastor, bishop, anybody in authority in the church, over the church. An overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife. And then the part from 3:12 that they always throw at me, let deacons each be the husband of one wife. Those are great verses, and on the surface they appear to deny polygamy. But I have 2 points about it. The first is something I read that states the original Greek word translated as one. I believe the word was meo, but I don't have that information in front of me. I could be mispronouncing that or something, or thinking of a different word. Can mean 2 things. The first being one, and the second being first. So, let us assume, and I'm not saying it is a mistranslation, but I can easily see how it could have been mistranslated. If God had intended it to be first, the Bible was translated into English for the first time in the 1600s in a society that was very monogamous. The Romans, when they came in and conquered the Jewish people, the Romans did not believe in polygamy or polyandry, polyamory, any of those. And so let us assume that it may have been a mistranslation. Okay, and I can easily see how that could have come about, because the Bible was not translated into English for the first time until, I think, the 1600s. Don't quote me on that. But the King James Version was basically the first unified, all-together English Bible. That was a very monogamous culture, England in that time period. Now you look at all the other translations into English have either appeared in England or America, both monogamous cultures. Granted, at various times in history, people had mistresses, but they were never considered their wives, and generally they were hidden away and not spoken about. And the Catholic Church itself, which was the largest church for a very long time, the largest Christian denomination, was Catholic. The Anglican Church, which was the largest for a period of time, was a monogamous culture. In fact, the whole way the English Church came about was that the Pope would not allow a king of England to divorce his wife to marry another one. He did not want to commit adultery, so he said, well, I'm breaking away, I'm creating my own church, I divorce myself. There, it's done. I allow myself to be divorced, I can go marry another woman. That's my first point.